Good morning, Coleman, and thank you for tuning in to Coleman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Tuesday, December 3rd. Coming up on Coleman Today, we'll tell you how the Coleman police are seeking your help in a hit and run case, share how Heel Bowls is hosting a canned food drive and free Christmas dinner, and let you know how your kids can send letters to Santa at the Coleman County Public Library. All this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Coleman today. A tragic hit and run in Cullman has left a local man dead, and police are asking for the public's help to find the driver responsible. Around 6:20 p.m. on Sunday, December 1st, 59-year-old Mark Allen Johns of Cullman was struck and killed by a vehicle along Alabama Highway 69 near the Cullman Shooting Sports Complex. Cullman County Coroner Jeremy Kilpatrick pronounced Johns dead at the scene. The driver fled the area, and the Cullman Police Department is seeking assistance in identifying the vehicle and person involved. They've released these photos in hopes someone can recognize the individual. If you have any information or recognize the person in the photos, please contact Cullman City Communications at 256-734-1434 or email cullmanpd@cullmanal.gov. Traffic homicide investigator Jonathan England is leading the investigation. In a statement, the city of Cullman said, "The Cullman Police Department is committed to ensuring the safety of our community and bringing those responsible to justice. We appreciate the public's cooperation in this matter." In other news, the Cullman County Public Library is bringing holiday magic to our community by inviting children to send their letters to Santa Claus. Little ones can write down their holiday wishes and drop them off at a special North Pole mailbox located right inside the library. It's a festive experience you don't want to miss, filled with cheer and excitement for the whole family. Here's our own Jen Baker with a closer look.
Are you wanting to write a letter to Santa? Fill out your letter here at the Cullman Library between December 2nd and December 18th.
Join us for the magic of the season at the Cullman Public Library, where we have a direct mailbox to Santa at the North Pole. We would love for guardians and kids to come and fill out letters to Santa. We have pre-made letters that you can fill out or bring your own from home.
If you leave a return address, Santa will respond. I'm Jen Baker with the Cullman Tribune.
Thanks, Jen. And to finish up our top stories this morning, at 95 years young, military veteran Robert Bob Doty has a lifetime of stories to tell. The Vinemont resident is affectionately known as Mr. Bob in his neighborhood, and Mr. Bob's journey has been quite extraordinary. He ran away from home at just 16 and enlisted in the Army Air Corps in 1946, shortly after World War II ended. Doty recalled, "I was almost in a year until my mother found out where I was and contacted my commanding officer. Because I was underage, I was given an honorable discharge." In 1952, about a year after getting married, Doty was drafted into the Army and sent overseas to Korea, serving in the 40th Infantry Division. In 1953, after getting too close to an incoming mortar shell, he was sent to Tokyo, Japan to the 80th and 59th Army Hospital. There, he served as military police and even escorted Marilyn Monroe to the stage for a USO tour. Despite his military adventures, Doty says his best memory is the day he met his wife at a movie theater. He proposed to her that very night. Doty recalled, "She said, 'No, we just met,' but she did ask her mother if she could date me. I asked her many, many times over that first year. After about a year and a move to Iowa, she said yes, and we spent 62 wonderful years together." Doty offered a piece of advice to his 30-year-old self, saying, "Take time each day to pray and read your Bible. I have read my Bible through at least 14 times since picking it back up again in 2011 when my wife passed away. It helped me get through tremendous grief. I only wish I had started sooner." His daughter, Susie Doty Voigt, shared that her father spent the majority of his life as an auto mechanic, working on classic cars manufactured from 1932 until 1980, and even worked on the car Jay Leno drove onto set on his first night as the host of The Tonight Show. Beloved by his community, neighbors call him Mr. Bob, and one neighbor even made him a bench with an American flag that says Mr. Bob's Bench, giving him a place to rest during his walks. Doty's life is a testament to living fully and embracing each moment. His wisdom and kindness continue to inspire those around him. And that's all for today's top stories, but don't go anywhere because after the break, we'll dive into the latest from Alabama's basketball's close game in Las Vegas and celebrate a standout performance from an Alabama football lineman. Sports is up next. Welcome back. In sports today, we're covering the Crimson Tide's nail-biter on the basketball court and recognizing an Alabama football player receiving SEC honors. The ninth-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide basketball team fell in the final seconds to Oregon 83-81 in the Players Era Festival Championship game Saturday night in Las Vegas. Alabama led for more than 22 minutes in the game, however a putback dunk by the Ducks with 4 seconds remaining proved to be the difference. Alabama responded with what appeared to be a game-tying bucket, but Grant Nelson's shot came just after the final buzzer sounded. LeBaron Phelan led the 5 Tide players in double figures with 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting and 7 boards. Jaron Stevenson, Aiden Holloway, and Mark Sears each scored 11 points, while Latrell Wrightsell Jr. had 10 in the losing effort. The Crimson Tide will continue their road trip when they travel to North Carolina in this year's SEC-ACC Challenge on Wednesday. Tip-off is set for 6:15 p.m. at the Dean E. Smith Center and will be televised on ESPN. Moving over to some football news from Tuscaloosa, Alabama's Tyler Booker was selected as the Southeastern Conference Co-Offensive Lineman of the Week, the league office announced Monday morning. Booker's latest accolade is his 3rd SEC Weekly honor of the season and 4th of his career. The junior guard led an Alabama offensive line that was dominant in the Iron Bowl, helping the Crimson Tide accumulate 457 total yards and 28 points in the game. Booker helped open holes for 201 rushing yards against Auburn defense that was allowing just 110 yards per game entering their final weekend of the regular season. The Tide recorded 4 rushing touchdowns in the game and kept Jalen Milroe upright as Alabama's line allowed just 1 sack and helped the redshirt junior throw for 256 yards. He also earned a team-high 92% grade from the Tide coaching staff and produced a team-leading 9 knockdown blocks. That wraps up our sports coverage, and coming up next, we'll speed things up with 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including important healthcare deadlines, a Cullman graduate's leadership opportunity at Auburn, and how one local woman fulfilled a lifelong dream of visiting every MLB stadium. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Time is running out to enroll in health coverage through the healthcare marketplace. If you're eligible for financial assistance on your 2025 health plan, now is the time to act. Visit healthcare.gov to explore affordable and comprehensive options that may be available to you. Remember, you must enroll by December 15th to secure coverage starting January 1st, 2025. In other news, Luke Troutman, a 2022 graduate of Cullman High School, has been selected to participate in Auburn University's Forest, Environment, and Wildlife Leadership Academy beginning in January 2025. Acceptance into the FEWL Academy is highly competitive, with approximately 12 students selected annually. The program offers students first-hand experience in governmental affairs and leadership. In addition to classroom lectures, participants will travel to Washington, D.C. and Montgomery to engage with private industry executives, policymakers, organizations, and agencies. Established in 2019, the FEWL Academy aims to prepare and develop undergraduate students for future careers in problem solving and policymaking related to the stewardship and use of natural resources. Troutman is currently a junior at Auburn University, majoring in geospatial and environmental informatics. He serves on the Student Government Association as a senator for the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, and is president of the College Republicans. Meanwhile, Evelyn Stevens, an 89-year-old lifelong resident of Cullman, has achieved an incredible milestone by visiting all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums across the United States. The journey began as a shared dream with their late husband Milton Bud Stevens, who passed away in 1995 before they could embark on the adventure together. Years later, their daughters Renita and Amelia decided to honor their father's dream by making it a reality with their mother. Starting in 2005, the trio set out on annual trips, strategically planning visits to multiple stadiums. This year, they visited their final ballpark in Detroit, completing the dream nearly 30 years in the making. Evelyn, a devoted member of First Baptist Church for nearly 88 years, cherished the time she spent with her daughters. She said, "The main thing has been the time we spent together." Her story is a testament to family love and living life to the fullest, proving that it's never too late to chase your dreams. You can find out more about Evelyn and more stories from our community in the latest issue of Community Matters, available at the Cullman Tribune office and online. And finally, Heel Bowls, a nutritional restaurant in Cullman, is hosting a canned food drive now through December 16th to benefit the Link of Cullman County. Owner Sarah Morrow says customers who bring in 10 non-perishable food items will receive 20% off their Heel Bowls order. She said, "Our goal is to fill at least one donation box to support this important cause." Additionally, Heel Bowls will open its doors on Christmas evening to serve as a free Christmas dinner for those in need. Murrow said that while the exact hours are still being finalized, the restaurant is committed to spreading holiday cheer and ensuring everyone has a warm meal to enjoy. Heel Bowls offers fresh, organic, and 100% gluten-free and dairy-free meals with vegan options available. Meals are ready to eat for pickup or delivery, and you can find Heel Bowls at 410 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cullman. For more information, call 256-841-1276. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Charlotte Pauline Bates, 70 of Cullman, passed away on Saturday, November 30th at Cullman Regional Medical Center. Funeral service for Ms. Bates will be Wednesday, December 4th at 1 p.m. at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. Visitation will be held at the chapel today from 6 until 8 p.m. and on Wednesday prior to the service from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Interment will follow at Mount Zion Cemetery in Vinemont. Philip Dale Watson, 68 of Hayden, passed away on Monday, December 2nd. A celebration of life visitation for Mr. Watson will be held Sunday, December 8th from 6 until 8 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home. Emily Annette Balcom, 70 of Baileyton, passed away on Sunday, December 1st. Friends are invited to join the Balcom family for a time of visitation on Thursday, December 5th from 1 p.m. until services begin at 2. All services will be held at Welcome Baptist Church. Burial will follow services in the adjoining cemetery. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, we'll have sunny skies with a high near 40 degrees, but don't let the sunshine fool you. Wind chill values will make it feel like it's between 16 and 26 outside. Tonight, expect clear skies with temperatures dropping to around 23. Tomorrow, the weather warms up a bit with mostly sunny skies and a high near 51. Tomorrow night, there's a 50% chance of rain, and it'll be mostly cloudy with lows of around 39. And that wraps up another edition of Cullman Today. We appreciate you sharing your morning with us. Remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But until then, I'm Dustin Isom with Cullman Today, wishing you a great day, Cullman.